maybe a little too hot for some people to be able to do with their fingers, so feel free to use a spatula. Just a few seconds on that side, and that will do it. There's a small hole there, but that's not going to make any difference in the end. So put this over on the platter. And then I'm going to continue until all the eggs are cooked. And at that point, we will be ready to put the enchilada together. So I'm just finishing up the crepes now. If you flip it, it doesn't land in the pan quite right. Just wait just a minute before trying to slide it over, because then it has a tendency to tear. And I also ran a little bit short on, I thought I was going to be short on the crepes, so I went ahead and added 2 more eggs, which made a full dozen. It's kind of hard to tell when you're cooking them because it's hard to get an exact size for each one. Some of them might be a little bit thicker. Go ahead and pour that up. That one may be a little bit thicker. I want to show you what happened. I flipped this a little too early, and this is what happened. It's not very pretty at all. However, it could still be functional, so I'm set it aside in case I run short. I can still use it. These are really easy once you get the hang of them. It just takes a little bit of practice. And like I said earlier, the nice thing about it is they don't have to be perfect. So those are the crepes, which will take the place of the corn tortillas in our enchiladas, and I will move everything to the counter so that we can assemble the enchilada. Okay, we're ready to assemble our enchiladas. So I'm going to take a crepe and set it in the pan. I'm going to take about 2 teaspoons of our shredded cheese. And I'm going to, with a slotted spoon, I'm going to take about 3 tablespoons of the meat out. Your sauce should be cooked down some since you first started simmering it. Then I'm going to fold the first end up and then the second end up, and I'm just going to roll it over seam side down. So I'm just going to continue with the crepes. 2 tablespoons of cheese, and about 3 tablespoons of the enchilada meat. That was a little messy. I'm going to fold over and then turn it seam side down with one side against the edge. I'm just going to continue doing this until I get the first row done. Okay, I have a row of 6 along the side there. I'm going to turn and just lay the crepe right on top of there. Going to roll, and then I'm going to lay one lengthwise, and then one more, and that will be the first row. And then I'm going to repeat for a second layer. This is a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. So that's the first row. And then we're going to take about a 1/4 cup of cheese, sprinkle over the top. Of course, you can use more cheese if you like. Just depends on your personal taste. We like a lot of cheese. And then I'm going to take some of the meat and sprinkle it around on top. And then I want to take some of the sauce and just pour over the top of all of the rolled crepes. And all that juice will soak into the crepes and make a nice thick enchilada. Then we just continue with the second row. You can just lay it right on top of there. And continue with the crepes. This time I'm going to place this against the edge that has the lengthwise, although it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. So I will continue rolling these in. Okay, I finished with the second row, so I'm going to take the rest of the cheese and sprinkle that over the top. And you can also add some fresh chopped onion if you like. That is nice for extra flavor, but we have some members of the family that don't care for onions, so I've left them out this time for this pan. Then I'm going to take the sauce. It's a little more than I needed, so I'm not going to pour it all over the top, but I will pour a nice amount over the cheese. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. So I will put these in the oven. That's most of the sauce. So I hope that you can see this. That's the enchiladas assembled and ready to go into the oven. So I've taken the enchiladas out of the oven after I baked them for 15 minutes. You can bake them for 15 to 20 minutes. And they are ready. They look delicious. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy the recipe.